Hi, I want to welcome everyone to Mojave 4's YouTube channel. There's some big exciting changes coming to this channel. We're looking to unload all sorts of content for the internet to take into its grasp and do with it what it seems it wants to do with it.
Yes, 2023 will be the year of making. We will be making things. We will be making content. We'll be making short films. We'll be making featured documentaries. We are at work already on several projects that we are very excited to bring to you, but we thought we needed a constant churning of creativity, a constant way to connect with the creative process. So we came up with a variety of segments that we are going to be presenting all throughout the year. First up, we have a segment we call Pitch Slap, which was based roughly on a driving game that me and my friends used to play when we drove long distances, where we would simply assign famous actors and a genre to someone to come up with a story to pitch, a pitch slap, as it were. And we'll be using a variety of things. We've got a wheel, we've got dice.
Yes.
So we will be utilizing these things to help us. We've got a big hat full of actors, that will facilitate pitch slap. So keep your eyes open for pitch slap.
We also have a concept that we're going to do called a short in a week. Now, initially we were pitching this concept to ourselves and talking about it. We were going to literally try and do this every week of the year, 52 films in a year. And then we realized we actually still have life things that have to be done. And quite frankly, we're not getting paid enough money to consume our life with that.
Right.
So
we're very excited by that project.
Yes,
and
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, if things change, it might morph into that by 2024. Who knows? But for the time being, we're going to be using these random accoutrements as well to decide what kind of film, how long that film is, and what we shoot that film on, as well as various other different, I can't think of the right word for
elements.
it. Thank you. Elements that will completely randomize this thing, so there's no prep work we can do beforehand, and give ourselves 1 week to shoot a short, anywhere from 1 minute to a 6-minute short film.
And this will also give us an opportunity to document the entire creative process.
Yes.
From idea to script to shooting to finished product. That is something that I think is invaluable to anybody who wants to embark on a journey of filmmaking, to know that each piece is instrumental in the completion and in what you're trying to complete. Drew and I have been working on films both together and separately for over a decade.
Yes.
And that gives us a feel for it. And we are not going to claim expertise.
No.
What we're going to claim is passion. We are very passionate about it, and we love doing it. And it serves a function in our lives to create and then share the creation, because that's a big step.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize that there is a distance between completing a project and sharing a project that is very important, but full of tedium and strangeness and peculiarities.
It's the world of independent film is a very it's really a labyrinth, and you don't know what's going to be around the turns as you go through it. So we just want to show that you don't have to be a professional to do any of this. We want to show everybody can be a weekend warrior and go out and make a short film with something as simple as your phone. I mean, we all have them. For the most part, we all have a camera that is in our pockets that shoots 4K, if not just HD, and that's fine.
Absolutely.
To go make your own film.
Right.
It's all about just telling a story in for us, the allotted time that we get.
Right.
With a series of parameters that limit exactly what we can do. And we love the challenge of that. So that one is coming up, and that one's going to be a very exciting process. You'll be able to follow us start to finish, both here on YouTube as well as on our TikTok channel that we'll be launching. And that one you'll be able to watch live as we're doing whatever we're doing. So keep an eye out for those kinds of things.
We also have a segment that we're calling Plugging Plot Holes. Plugging Plot Holes will be a series of short videos where we take on plot holes in famous movies, famous plot holes that people have brought up. We scour the internet for people's complaints about certain plot lines in great movies, and we talk about them, and we see if there's some way around them or what we would do to change them. Simply because a lot of times when people complain about something, they leave it at the complaint level. We would like to take it a step further and talk about repairing it or fixing it, or what would we do. It is a classic I could have done it better situation. You know, we're all armchair filmmakers when we're watching a movie and been like, I would have done this. But now we're just going to take a closer look at it in all good faith. Because the truth of the matter is we love anybody who can get a movie made. We are amazed at that process, and kudos to all the successful people. Regardless of whether or not we liked the movie, we have to take our hats off to anyone who has gotten to the place where I could watch it. You know, once it's out, once it's distributed, once we've seen it, that person has gone through a gauntlet of creative pressures, of all kinds of things. So, you know, we salute you, but we're also consumers, and we get to, you know, have fun with the material at hand.
I also am looking to start a series of retro movie reviews. Mostly just films from the 20th century. I know there's now an entire generation that probably haven't or don't know that they've not seen a movie that was made before the year 2000. So I'm a fan of old films. There's a lot of things to learn from them. I think it'd be fun to explore kind of the history that a lot of tropes and stuff that we consider, well, I guess tropes now, weren't when they first arrived, or what films were the ones to do that. These films that are often, I mean, even if they're well known, they're still overlooked by a whole new generation of people. So I want people not to be afraid of black and white films.
Oh, absolutely.
There's so much you can learn from black and white films. And the majority of them will be along those lines. But I think it'll just be a fun exercise in seeing why these films are, one, why they're great anyway. And that is, of course, my opinion. Some of these will probably be universally shared and others won't.
Oh, absolutely.
But not only why are they great, but why are they pertinent to today? Like, what does this film have to offer a modern 21st century audience? So that's one that I'm looking to launch later on here in the year. So keep an eye out for that one. That's going to be a lot of fun. That one's unfortunately going to cause me to have to write, and that's where I could get into trouble. So,
I will be introducing a segment called Stupid Movie Night. Stupid Movie Night will be exactly that. I will watch a stupid movie and try to come up with the ways to make it as enjoyable as possible. When I was in high school, many, many moons ago, we used to go to the video store. For those of you who don't know, there used to be these stores that we had to go to acquire our videos.
What a time.
And I would throw a party, and we called them Stupid Movie Nights, where we would try to watch the worst movies available, and we would just rip it apart. It was Mystery Science 3000 before Mystery Science 3000. Everybody has that friend group that you just trust to really tear apart a movie. So I will be revisiting some of our favorites from the 80s, and I'll tell you right now, people are still making terrible, terrible movies.
Yes.
And there's a wonderful celebration in watching what people have done. Again, it is not in disrespect that I will rib a movie that is all over the place, plot-wise, acting-wise, filming-wise. It is purely a way to enjoy and appreciate work that most people dismiss. I do not dismiss movies that at first blush seem stupid, and I even use the word stupid, it'll be in quotation marks, because they're not stupid. It's just our sensation, our feeling about them, that we should avoid them. Don't avoid the bad movie. Watch the bad movie when you get the opportunity.
There's always entertainment value in a movie, good or bad.
Especially if you have a good group of friends. Get that good group of friends together. Because when you watch it with a good group of sharp and witty friends, a bad movie can be the best movie experience there is.
Absolutely. So those are just some of the things coming to the channel here over the course of 2023. There'll be more things. We're also going to look to re-release some of our short films that we've made over that last decade that we've been doing these. So keep an eye out for those. And they may include some behind the scenes things with them, tagged on to them to explain like why did we make this movie? Why, what were some of the circumstances
How did we come up
behind
with
these
this, right?
films? Because we've made a lot of films in competitions, like the 48-hour film project, which if you're an independent movie maker or a weekend warrior in film, find your local 48-hour film project and be a part of it.
Oh, absolutely.
It is a great way to meet like-minded folks that you didn't know in your own community can do this. They will then lead to collaborations down the road, and you may be producing your very own content on a YouTube channel.
Absolutely. And it's worth it. And, looking at this year, we actually have a narrative fiction that we're working on. We have 2 documentaries that we're kind of in tandemly working on. And these things, of course, whenever you talk about projects, there's the chance of failure that I should go ahead and put out. There's always the chance that you'll be sidelined, that you'll find yourself out. But we're going to share all of that with you. We're going to share the process of creation, the joy of completion, and the agony of not.
It's out there. Sometimes things just aren't meant to be at that point in time. So you go out and you start something else, something new, and who knows, you might get a chance to come back around to that.
Yes, absolutely. Nothing's ever over.
Right.
Unless you want it to be.
Then it's over.
Then it's over.
Definitely over then. So everything is over when you want it to be.
When you want it to be.
So thank you guys so much for checking out this kind of explainer video of what's coming up on the channel here. Be sure to subscribe, hit the notifications bell, like, comment if you want. We're welcome to comments. We're welcome to criticism, as long as we're all not jerks.
Yeah,
That's
don't be
all
a jerk.
we ask. Just don't be a jerk.
It's going to be our
Other than
tagline.
Yeah. Other than that, we do accept criticism. We know what it's like to get constructive criticism, so it's fine. But this is a jumping off point for us all, and we're excited about it. We're not going to be the only 2 faces you see on here. We've got lots of talented friends who will not only join us in these shows and whatnot, but will also probably end up launching their own stuff here.
Absolutely.
So we are really trying to open this up to the creative community and let people give themselves a chance to let the creative juices flow from them and create something great. And that was a terrible, terrible way to put all of that. But you know what? It is what
We should probably put out there that we're in Savannah, Georgia.
Are we?
We are. Therefore, when we say things like the community, of course, the community at large, anywhere in the country is fine. But if you happen to be in Savannah, Georgia, we're accessible.
Yes.
Drop us a line. Let's talk. Let's see what we can get done.
Absolutely. We are creative folks here for creative folks. So that's what we want. So thank you guys so much. And we look forward to hearing from you when you see all the ridiculous things that we're going to be putting up.
All the plans.
So many.
Take care.